Everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses, and it's so important for everyone to uncover these parts of themselves. Learning more about your shortcomings can help you to improve, and in some cases simply help you to accept them for what they are. We cannot be perfect no matter how hard we try, and so sometimes it's best to learn where we aren't so comfortable, and ultimately won't be the happiest because of these weaknesses. Whilst everyone has their strengths, there's also the weaknesses which can sometimes hold us back from taking certain paths, or simply make those paths more challenging for us to endure. Knowing where these shortcomings are can also help us to find our best ways of growing. And in this video, I'm going to talk about our INFJ weaknesses, character defects, or character strengths. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shamiso Miranda, and this channel is all things INFJ personal growth and lifestyle design. Stay tuned for some tips, tricks, hacks, and tools on overcoming adversity to fulfill your potential and become the best you. If you'd like to learn how you could use life's adversities to your advantage, do consider subscribing to my channel and hit the bell icon next to it. Let's dive in. While INFJs have many natural strengths and abilities, they possess weaknesses like everyone else. Some INFJs are highly aware of these defects and imperfections, and they can be rather hard on themselves because of this. In other cases, an INFJ could see errors where there are none and can see themselves inaccurately because of it. It is so important for INFJs to take time out to self-reflect on themselves, but also it's necessary for INFJs to cut themselves some slack at the same time. They need to learn more about themselves in order to process and understand their own behaviors, and hopefully learn to accept them for what they really are. I'll start by talking about the thing that causes many of the INFJ struggles, which is our ability to feel and our ability to empathize. I believe that these two are responsible for a lot of the negatives that come with being an INFJ, along with the many positives that also come with being an INFJ. We INFJs have an ability to truly immerse ourselves into a situation, which allow us to feel what others are feeling, whether that's a character in a book, in a movie, or someone in real life. INFJs are the best at putting themselves in someone else's shoes. Whilst this ability is ultimately what makes us INFJ, and I do thank God for this gift, however, it does lead to a lot of negatives. First of all, as an INFJ, we can understand all points of views. Now, that may sound like a great thing, but that is simply not always the case. Because putting yourself in someone else's shoes comes easy and it's natural to us. We are constantly feeling the emotions of those around us and putting ourselves in their shoes, obviously except those that go against our moral standards and values and all that good stuff. This gift makes it very difficult for us when conflict arises because we stand on both sides. And this is something called cognitive dissonance, which is when your thoughts and your actions clash due to their inconsistencies. And this is where the nickname a living paradox comes from. We understand all sides, and since our thoughts and actions cannot align with both sides, it puts us in an impossible situation. So my question for you today is that how do you see these character traits? Are they your defects or are they your strengths? Go ahead and let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. The third INFJ weakness is being afraid. I don't like to ask for help. No matter what the situation is, asking for help is my very last resort, when I have exhausted all other possible means and I am truly, truly, truly desperate, because I simply just don't want to bother anyone. I know that everybody's going through their own things in life, and life is happening to everyone, and not everyone shares what they're going through when they're going through it. So you truly never know what's going on with someone behind the scenes, because it's not everything that they tell people. So because of this, it is very difficult for me to take my issue, my problem, my worry, and use that to go and inconvenience someone in their life and their situation. It's so much easier for me to rely on myself and my strengths and live within my capabilities. The fourth INFJ weakness is that we are very private. We don't share our inner personal thoughts, feelings, fears, anxieties, all of that. It's something that we rarely share, even with those closest to us, our family, our friends. It's a difficult thing to truly open yourself up and be vulnerable to the world around you and those that are around you. Trusting and opening yourself up to someone is something that is extremely difficult for INFJs, and it's something that we rarely do. The fifth INFJ weakness I'd like to debate here today is that we strive for peace and harmony, and INFJs lack competitiveness. I've learned to accept my weaknesses and my limitations, like competitiveness, for example. It's true, I genuinely don't have it. I would much rather see someone else win, because it's important to them and it's not to me. I'm not sad about this weakness or anything like that. I have acknowledged it and I accept that as part of who I am. I will happily carry the burdens of others and not share my own, and that's just who I am. I do carry a good bit of weight, but again, that is who I am. And if I didn't, I wouldn't feel like I am truly being myself, and that would just make me feel guilty. However, that being said, I do pray a lot and I share my burdens with God, and He's truly the only one that hears, understands, and gets my burdens. Now, if you'd like to understand yourself better and help those around you to understand you better and ultimately reach your potential, there's a link in the description where you can schedule a free 30-minute personality type consultation with me to help you go further and faster in your personal development journey. Now go and watch this playlist for more on all things INFJ, and I'll see you in my next one as we continue our journey towards a more wholesome, healthier, and more meaningful lifestyle.